boy, oh boy. I gotta organize my page one day. I'll organize my page one day so that all of my nerdy gaming type videos are on the same page. This is just my personal content. Something I really like to do, play this game, Goal Line Blitz, and I have some free time. I'm going to go kayaking a little bit later, but to me, this is more important. And so we have a wonderful scenario here. I don't anticipate a large following to watch this, but if you do watch this in the iterated or watch this at a later point, this game is Goal Line Blitz 2, and the link is in the description. So this season, my team is 14-3. Not because we had an almost 500 season, but you have to play, like, think about AAU. This game starts at about 12U. And you could go all the way up to veteran, which are even legend. Legend is like the NFL, out of the NFL. So you could go from, like, let's say 14U all the way to the league. So sometimes they might have a team that's like my team is right now is a journeyman team. If it starts at rookie, then it goes sophomore, then it go journeyman. So that'd be like they played for 3 seasons, but in this time around, they made us play against teams that was around for 4 seasons or 5 seasons. So we lost a lot of those games, but in our division, we made the playoffs at 11-3. The Bay Area's best Bills again. So we the 2-time champions of this division, but they put some other people in this league. And so they put a team called the Program, the Grape Apes, and a lot of other teams that are really good in this league. So in my spare time, since you don't really play this game, you just strategize and tell your team what to do, and then the game will simulate at whatever time it simulates. You have to strategize beforehand and make sure that everything is in place. And so this team I'm playing is just a super powerhouse. They went 21-6 despite of all the conditions I just told you about. This guy, Elix or whatever, he just makes some of the best players in the world. You feel me? And so his teams are just incredible. And I don't know if this is his team. This isn't even his team. This is Rabbit Lizard's team. And he's an 18-time champion as well with 2,500 wins, more than 2,500 wins. So these guys come together and they work together to make sure they got the top teams on the game. If you look at their roster, this is who I got to play in the first round of the playoffs. If you look at their roster, they're going to have majority star players. You see what I'm saying? Their whole defense is all-stars besides one person. And so this team just goes through this game just beating people up. Now, if you don't understand the nature of this game, it's an MMORPG, so all of these people are real people in the world somewhere. Or that's, in theory, that's how it works. So how this is green on Ace of Spades, that means Ace of Spades is online right now. You know, A-Germ is online right now. And so A-Germ is the owner of another team called the Program and the Screaming Devils. Program is another one of those undefeated teams that you just can't beat. They recruit people really well, and they just really good. But fortunately, since I've returned to goal line blitz, because I've been playing this for 8 to 10 years. And since I've returned to goal line blitz, I've beaten the Grape Apes and the program. But I beat them at like rookie and I beat them at sophomore level. Now we're at journeyman level. And since they got star players, their players get more skill points. Their players get more skill points every time we play a game. So as they grow, by the time we get to the pros, these dudes is going to all have probably 250,000 more skill points than everybody else. And so I still want to beat them, especially since they humiliated me this season because my dumb self put in the wrong tactics for the game. And so we had a season matchup everybody was juiced for, and they blew us out like 51. What they blow us out? Grape Apes. They blew us out 52-0. And then when I said, oh man, it explained to the league that I had the wrong tactics in, and I actually apologized for having that weak ass game. Like my team is better than that. But don't trip off this other. Don't trip. It's just a lot to it. But basically, what I need to do now is prepare our team for this playoff game that we're about to have against them. And the game happens in 48 hours. And I got to make sure we're ready. And so we're 11-3, they 13-1. They the second total offense in the league, we're the fifth total offense. They ninth in passing yard, we're fourth. They're number one in rushing yards. We're number 7. They still could kill you with the pass though. But that's just how it is. They second in points scored, number 1 in total defense, number 1 in pass defense, number 1 in rush defense. So it's really the defense that kill you. But I managed to put up a W on them. So I'm about to go over, this is just what I'll be doing anyway. But I like adding content for this game. And I put a referral code up if anybody ever come across this video and interested in the game, use my referral code. It'll help me get some skill points or something, flex points. And so, I mean, this is serious to me. Oh, damn, I see somebody in the chat. Shout out to whoever watching. This is just like something else that I like to do, and I ain't tripping off it. Yeah. It remind me of Tecmo 2 by the graphics, but the strategy is the most complicated strategy game I ever been to. It's almost more complicated than Madden when you used to have to play franchise mode or whatever. And so, but I'm about to do my thing, and I know they might see this video, so I won't reveal too much of what I'm going to do. I just want to go into collecting data on them real quick. And so I know what they're gonna do. They don't change up. They like a muscle team. It looks grim for my team, but the main thing I need to analyze is the last game when they blew us out 52-0. I know the problem, I could prove it. I had the wrong tactics in. So, but I still need to see what happened. Like what they was exploiting. Oh, I know what happened, yeah. I had these passing I told my team to watch the pass against the number 1 rushing team in the league, which puts your players at a disadvantage. You see how they just marching on me? And so they're going to just march on me every time because I told my players to watch the pass, which, again, every play that hikes, they looking for a pass and they are at a disadvantage this whole game. And so playing against a team like that, and then this team gets a sack every play. So my offense don't account for the bad defense I had in, but morale is a thing on this game. And so if your team start playing bad, you got these green bars. They won't live up to their skill or their potential if you let their morale get too low. If you let it get higher, they start playing like beast. And so this dominant all-star D-line that they put together, the majority of my players are mine. Next year, I'm doing a merger with another team, and we got more stars coming on our team. But I'm not as good as, even though my team is called Bay Area's Best Builds, I'm definitely not as good at building players as these guys are. And so watch how quick they get off the ball, and watch how they just make it hard for my team that's 11-3. Sack, first play. You see what I'm saying? Second play, watch this. Damn near a sack again, but my quarterback got it off. Third play. So what I'm looking at here is this. First of all, if this is what y'all want to do, I got to prepare my team for this. If they're putting Mike, if they run this Mike inside fire on this double tight ends that I got, I need a play where my quickest tight end runs out to the left. This tight end, Tacky, he run about a 78 in speed, which is really good. And so I need a play where he scoot out to the left. You feel me? So that's what I'm about to have to find. I mean, and the theory behind that is this free safety is guarding Tacky. I know he's a star, but if I tell Tack to just run out to the left, we could probably get a quick completion dealing with this blitz. But it ain't going to be easy. Also, since they want to pass so much, I think the only life I would have would be to try to rush against them a lot. Because this don't make no sense. They get a sack like every play. You feel me? So, look. And I got good quarterbacks. My quarterbacks ain't the type that, won't throw the ball after they got sacked. But against this team, they get my QB's morale down really fast by making sack after sack after sack. And your quarterback won't perform after playing like that unless you built him with a lot of heart. And so when the defense performs like this too, your team morale just go down and down and down. So I know why they won this game. I don't need to watch this one. What I need to go do is get some data from last season, our previous games against them that didn't turn out so cumbersome. I mean, they weren't so hard to play. It wasn't so bad. So this is my new way to play video games. Like, you know what I mean? This is just the old man way to play video games. It's not really video games, but it's definitely amusement and frivolous entertainment for the point of just amusing yourself. But it goes a little bit further into strategy, like big time. So I only see we met up once this season. So I'm going to go back to last season. And in the majority of the scrimmages I play against teams, I'm never really running I'm trying to test things out. And so let's see my history against the Great Apes last year. They beat us 3-28, which was not so bad last season. And let's see. And then we had a game where it was 7-10. So we almost beat them early in the season. It was 7-10. All right. And so this is last season, and it's just some of the data that I got to go off. But I need to see how we performed in that game. In these games, I'm just running all kind of different strange playbooks to see what works against them. But this is what I do. This is what I got to do. So first thing I want to see is what playbooks. I know what playbook. This is April 28th. Let's remember that. So on April 28th, I played the Grape Apes. I was running flags and verts. Interestingly enough, I beat them with flags and verts which is a playbook I made. But I was running the ball heavy, Babs run. And I had my standard Bay Area defense in there, and I beat them. So sometimes no, I didn't beat them on that game. Yeah, it's definitely a good brain exercise. You go in on this, it's like playing chess. So the game, I almost beat them. Well, I know I beat them sometime soon in one of these seasons. Maybe it was 2 seasons ago. Damn, because I didn't beat them last season, but I came close. So it's been 2 seasons since we beat this team. Basically, they're outgrowing my team. That's why I need to add more stars. So they about to try to steal this championship from us because we the 2-time defenders. But they outgrowing us. So even in that game, when I played that, I only put up 3 points, so I don't want to run that playbook again. The game where we fared well was the first game of the season against them, and it was 7-10, and this was April 19th. To go to April 19th, look, I erased the offense that I had in there. It was called Grape Apes 2.0. So here we go. I'm going to watch that game a little bit. The reason why I'm watching this game is because I need to see how we contained them. Weather wasn't a factor. So they coming out 4 wide. I know this team, they passing 4 wide, so don't fall victim. But all they really want to do is bang it up the middle 4 wide because they got this dominant ass running back. So I want to see how my team contained them. I use Reverend Run, who's a linebacker that's built for run stopping, and Benny Price, who's my star linebacker, made for covering. He's made for covering. Oh, I see something else that's a factor. He's made for covering tight ends. But nevertheless, we're going to do good in this game stopping this dude. So on this play right here, I'm definitely taking this defense out. It's been getting exploited lately, and teams have noticed that I run this sometimes, and so I'm just taking it out. Obviously, I got 3 wide receivers on trips over here with my 1 defender. So if they pass it, it's just going to be all day love for them. But I know this team really liked to run it up the middle, but he swung it outside. I still got a man out here waiting, but these 2 going to pull, which mathematically going to give him the advantage. Because look, you stop right there. I got 2 people trying to stop the play, and he already got 2 blockers, and he running free, and he's a star. So it's about to be ugly right here. At least 7 yards. Oh, it said 3 yards. So again, I'm thinking they're gonna fire up the middle, but like they do sometimes, they will pass out of that formation on short yardage. This is all stuff I need to know. Because I need to tell my team what to do. It's not like you got a controller in your hand. And these people on the field are humans all over, so they be like, you a bum, blood. You blew that game. You know what I'm saying? So this is the fact that they got a really good quarterback. Because of season 1 and season 2, we was kind of could stop Slingo. We could stop Slow-Mo because their quarterback wasn't well developed yet. But now he making all his passes. And so this team really hard to stop. You see, they just banging it up the middle, basically, is what they doing. But I'm going to prevail here because they're not. See, he got the first down, but they're not going to get into the end zone. So that defense worked that time. But if they ever decide to run to the left on this defense, I'm at a supreme disadvantage, and I just got blew out by somebody who must have noticed that and kept running to the left on me on this D and made me look stupid. Let me see. So yeah, we got all this under wraps. I want them to, I got to bring that back basically. Basically, I just got to take one element out of the game and dominate that element. With a team that's good, you got to choose how you want to lose. And if we lose the way we choose to lose, then we're going to take that loss. I'm going to tell you. But this the championships, and this shit's serious. Like, and so this is my imagination of, since these people are really real, I mean, and you have to be accountable to a lot of them, I started making my own players because I can't accept letting people down. Like if I forget to put in our tactics or something, dudes will wake up and go check the game at their house and be looking like I'm leaving this team. And so it's like really being it's like practicing for being a Pop Warner coach or something. But here we go. They're going to still try to sweep this. And I just want to remember this defense I ran, an overwheel Mike Blitz, which when I told on this game, I told my defense to watch the run every play. So we're going to give up some passes, but this team is based on making runs. So this 3rd and 15 and they running, you see, trying to catch me slipping. And so this is why I had a better outcome in this game. And there's another thing. My team wasn't scared to run the ball against them. Since they got all this star D line, we had to run the ball against them. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah. Now see, they better not let that be the case. There we go again with all them sacks. So I really can't control that D-line. It's just too much. I don't need to watch much of this, but I've seen a little bit of the data that I need, and now I'm about to start getting into some deeper analytics. I need to know what they do on what downs more often. Really, I need to look and see which plays they exploit the most of mine. They didn't make that field goal. Dang, man, that's just... And so when you building players and you build an old lineman and he do stuff like this, look, I'm watching it step by step, frame by frame. I see that my right guard, Solomon Holman, got off the ball first in this play. Let's see who next. So my whole team got off the ball before them. Like I got 2 old linemen that's up ready to block. So I don't even think they're building with snap reaction as much as I thought. So you don't know how people build their players. And I'm investing in snap reaction trying to stop this team from getting to my quarterback. So I'm telling these dudes, when you train your snap reaction. So you see they all standing up here. If I can make this bigger. Every time I try to make it bigger, it just gets smaller. So they're all standing up here. Oh, I know a way I can make it bigger. You see? Yeah, we should be looking at it like this to analyze the plays. You see how I got 3 O-linemen standing up. They got off the ball first. The QB already got the ball in his hands. His men ain't got off the ball yet, but let's look at the result. Now his dudes is up. Let's look at their special abilities. Signature abilities will show if they fire off. So spin cycles fired off on one of his right defensive ends. Now they all spin cycling around my people, and look, that's a sack. Dang, it's just incredible. So I don't know how you build players that do this all the time, but we're gonna figure this out. I mean, because even if they did this in this game, this was a 7-10 game. So my defense is what it needs to be in the real game. He ain't getting nothing. You feel me? See, that's what happens. Look. So for some reason, and they need to fix this, you can choose to tell your team to watch the pass, to watch the run, or to play fair. I'm not playing fair against a team like this because they will just lash you. They got too many stars, so you need that advantage that the computer will pick you if you select it to choose the right thing. All of that matters. Here he goes, wide receiver hooking on my star receiver with morale. His tight end got very low morale, but look at this. He's going to make this completion on 3rd and 10, but he's not going to get the first because Benny right there. And so I could give that up. You feel me? I could give that up in this playoff game. As long as we got good pressure on him, that's that over edge blitz. You go on and prepare to keep throwing that, and it ain't going to be a first down if we got enough pressure on you. Still, I just keep weak eyes, halfback slamming him because he keep over 2-man edge this defense that they keep. They always do under Sam edge or these defenses that are new to the game, but they work hella good. And so now this is a problem right here. So all right, it's time. I've seen enough of that. I'm about to go into the backstage and start hooking things up. And so we go like this. I got a playbook for the majority of the teams I play. I can't do my offensive playbook because they can just come watch the video. It's no big deal. They gonna do what they gonna do. So for Grape Apes, my plays that wasn't working, I gotta just get them up out of here, man. And I gotta get the exploitable plays up out of here too. So as long as I got these long pass plays in there, I just need to make these long pass plays pass run because they will. So Grape Apes, beat me with the pass. If y'all beat me with the pass, beat me with the pass. But slow-mo ain't running for 400 yards. I'm just going to let you know. Oh, so I need to minimize the screen, I'm sorry. So you can see it how I'm seeing it. Anyone who comes across this video. So basically now I'm just choosing my defenses. And so you got a lot of data to draw on, but if you know this game, you kind of already know some D's will look like they're going to work and just ain't going to work. You feel me? And vice versa. I more or less is going to get out of what I'm going to do instead of doing that publicly, and I'm going to collect more data on them. And so I'm in a different website that's made for this game called GLB2 Strategy. And I'm going to go to Team Scout. Since I've scouted this team numerous times, I'm going to go to my dashboard. And in the dashboard, I should just be able to see them. Yeah, it's crazy like that. Like it really get crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because this game is intense. And so people develop websites so that you can get data on teams. And I'm going to scout the Grape Ape House of Slow-Mo to prepare for my championship game. It says here this team was scouted by 10 users. Top 10 scouted teams. See, they ain't even giving me my respect. My team don't even get scouted that much. But we still 10-3. So scouters are not. So this website is going to give me all the data on what happens on first down, second down, third down, fourth down. What plays they run, what's the best plays to run against they plays, and all that. So having a membership to this is advantageous. And I'm about to just scout. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scout their league games. Now, not all league games, because some of these teams are just blowout teams. So I'm not scouting the blowout teams. I'm only going to scout the team, because you might just do something different when you're playing the non-serious teams. Texas Magnums. I'll take this out. Also, I'm not going to scout the Nebraska game, because the Nebraska is an all-run team. And what you do against an all-run team might not be traditional. So I'm going to take out the San Diego Flames. I'm taking out all the weak teams that they played this year. And I'm going to do a full-scale scout on all of their data from this season. So as we see, they rush 69% of the time and they pass 31% of the time. So this is good data. But don't be fooled by that. You need to know what situations these are. They rush 60% of the time, 69% of the time. All right. So they do got a passing threat, passing 31% of the time, but you could kind of not, it's basically like if you shut down what they do 70% of the time, you got a good chance of winning the game, correct? So that's my theory. Now, if they want to switch it and pass more against my team, I got them where I want them. Because they're doing something they're not built to do in order to try to win a game. And this is a championship game. And this team don't relent. Like they normally play smash mouth football and you know what they're going to do and we all know what they're going to do and they just run right over you. And so now I'm going to get more detailed and just show how I scout teams. What I'm doing is turning off all formations and I got to go through each formation one by one to set up my defense for this team. So I start with 2 tight ends. And at 2 tight ends, I'm gonna click analyze games. You see, this ain't your average little, this is really serious. And that's why I love it. It's too much for certain people, but I understand everybody ain't really like a nerd or information junkie. So apparently enough, all season, in all of their major league games, they never ran 2 tight ends. That doesn't mean set yourself up and be unprepared for it. They just never ran that all season. So that's not really a threat for us. Now, if we want to see the defensive report, when they see 2 tight ends come on the field, they're prepared. They tell their team to prepare for a pass 90% of the time. So what could you do with that data right there? If you're trying to beat somebody. You know that when they defense see 2 tight ends, they normally thinking to stop the pass. They don't even call a running play in 2 tight ends, but 10% of the time. So that's good data and information. And then 90% of the time when they do call a pass play, it's primarily 5-2 Mike inside fire, which looks like this, or 5-2 C1 double lurk, which looks like this. So this does provide you with accurate data on how to attempt to exploit that situation. If that's indeed what your game plan is. I'm just going to show the data. I won't reveal my game plan. And so with 1 wide receiver in these important league games, they pass 75% of the time. And that pass was a screen play. The only pass, and they didn't run it much. They only ran this 4 times in all those games. So that's not the biggest threat that I need to be worried about. 2 wide receivers. So then you combine the information and data you get from here. This is really an advantage. This is a coaching advantage. It helps us to do what we need to do in order to compete with these high-level teams. And so 2 wide receivers, they rush 75% of the time. And it's normally been outside rush. Oh, nope. It's normally been inside rush plays. Particularly, they never ran outside. What? In these games, they only ran outside once, like a real outside sweep play like this. They only ran outside once in all of these games. Now I want more data after this, though, but this seems easy enough to game plan for, right? They when they have 2 wide receivers on the field, They're going to be rushing 75% of the time. Trust me, I knew that every game they blew me out in. This team hard. So, but still, I need to refreshing, minimalize, stop over game planning, and trust my strategy and let my team win this game. We're gonna win. I'm saying that humbly because they blew us out 52-0 in our season game. And he said, get us back in the playoffs. So I was like, damn, I hope I could make you regret saying that. So when they got 3 wide receivers on the field with no trips, y'all know what 3 wide receivers, no trips look like. They gonna rush, still they rushing 60% of the time, yet they got a 40% pass threat that you have to appreciate. And their favorite receiver seem to be wide receiver number 3, who's gotten targeted the majority of the time. All right. So this ain't even a game to some people. This is like homework to people. But it'll let me know how intensely I would take it if I went and started a kids Pop Warner football team, because we need to aggregate all this data. So I'm going to have a data man going to every football team's game. If I was real, I would have one data man or at least 4 data dudes who could collect and aggregate data on the other teams that we're going to play. You feel me? Data, I mean, you can do a lot with data. And so that's what this is. And so here, when they got 3 wide receivers in a trip formation, they normally want to run up the middle, but still they pass more 45% to exploit, to keep you honest. Single back trips, wide receiver clear out with a 58% completion rate. So that's something to worry about. And they pass the wide receiver 1 the majority of the time. All right, so now what you do is this. I mean, not what you do. I'm not going to do it all the way. First, I'm going to go get more data from all of their games, analyzing all of their games and see if they switch up any. This say 55-45. Let's see if this number changes. If the number changes, that means that game plan between, they be switching up their playbooks and game plan a lot. If it changes drastically. If it stays relatively the same, which I need to refresh this probably. If it stays relatively the same, 55-45, then we're going to know that they think they don't need to really be game planning for people. So let's see if we get a 55-45 out of this. And so it seemed complicated, but I'm at that age. I had to figure out things that made it fun to stay in the house. Especially even during COVID is when I started replaying this game. After putting it up for like 3 years. So for some reason, it's having a problem aggregating the data I'm asking it to pull up right now. Nevertheless, I'm going to refresh and just give it some time. So when you match this data with your playbook, you can become a winning team like, the Bears, best Bills. That 14-3 ain't representative of us. We're 11-3. It's because the majority of these dudes just think they playing. Man, I had one exploitation game, dude. I could show y'all right here I think it was season 1. Yeah, we blew them out 7-41, and this is a real ass team. A-Germ owns the program. This is just his second team. So they must have thought they was going to see us in game 1. But this was one of my best game planning games ever. Like, I got a few of them in my history, but I earned a lot of respect for being a good coach in this game when we blew out the Screaming Red Devil Mercs for Money 7-41 to open the season up. Because people thought we was going to just come out and be a sham-bam team. We the champions, bro. Like, don't disrespect us just because y'all got all them stars on y'all teams. We the champions. And so let's go back and see if this going to ever give us the information we need. And if you is watching this video, you must be interested in this type of stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got 2 teams, and one of them I got every position open. On my Pop Warner team, the 13U team, all of these positions could be filled by people trying to learn what's up, or think they got, not really trying to learn what's up. But if you're an extreme person, you know what I'm saying, who like strategizing and you really competitive, and this is a way to work together on something that ain't even, you know, people don't like working together on nothing. But this is just a football team, and trust me, I'm just like a real general manager. I done fired so many coaches that didn't take it as seriously as I took it. But on this game, on this team, I won't act like that. Like, anybody could be any position as long as you just don't, you know, cut my players and do silly shit. But yeah, let's go back to the data. All right, finally. So when we looked at every game, they run 69% of the time. So apparently what we find out is in the season they pass a little bit more in order to be a tad bit more honest. That's what it appears like. And so that's what it is. And so now it's just a matter of taking the data you get and wiring up your playbook correctly so that it makes sense with what the data that they gave you. So I'm gonna show you how that works. Not offensively, but defensively. And I'm gonna change my Grape Apes playbook. So if you see this is my old playbook. This is what I used to run against y'all, because I know y'all be watching sometimes. But it ain't been working lately. So today we coming with a new Grape Apes playbook, but we won't be doing that online. What I need to do is fix my Grape Apes defense. That I don't really care as much. So this don't work against y'all. See, a lot of this stuff, I'm just throwing it all away. If you've been getting blew out like us, so I'm just going to give an example of how I use the data to come up with a plan. So this right here, you see what's represented is my 2 receivers defense. When my team sees, so this says, if I'm playing the Grape Apes and my team sees 2 receivers hit the field, I'm about to order me some food. If my team sees 2 receivers hit the field, then these are the defenses they're going to do. So I go back to the data. We go to their 2 receivers for all season, every game, and we see what they like to do. Then you have to pick from your defensive base of knowledge what plays you think stop those plays. And again, yeah, but this is just be jarking. I mean, this engine, sometimes it just be taking so long. So there we go, 2 receivers. So this is what they do, 2 receivers. Inside rush 437 times out of the 479 rushes. It's safe to say we need to prepare for inside rush. They ran strong odd halfback slam 343 times out of all of that. And so what they do is they run a pass play that kind of counters the fact that you're trying to stop this. So this they play that they're gonna be running on me all day, y'all. You think I can handle that? Not with this team, bro. You can look and see at all of their play data and know it's never going to be a negative number really over here. Let me show you. Look and see. This is somebody stopped them for a yard. But look, no one really stops them when they run this play. Look, 4 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards, 14 yards. And so they built like that. And I understand that. They built like that, and my team could stop them. But let's watch this play where he got 58 yards off running straight up the middle, y'all. Bouncing. Look, just dragging cats. Golly. So that make you get humiliated. When your player is the player who literally get dragged, you're going to hear it. Look, this right here. Like, how you building your tackling, cuz? This dude right here. He got dragged. He started the tackle on the 45-yard line, yo. Let's go back. Tell me he didn't start this tackle on the 45-yard line. Zoom in. And he gonna get dragged all the way, and still couldn't make the tackle. That's what them star backs will do on this game. And so that's what I got to deal with. But it's cool. Watch me come back and say my team did okay. Hopefully. I doubt it, but we're going into it confident at least. So what I got to do is game plan until we're confident. And so let's get back to the data. Again, no one's been stopping them running this play. I've seen 2 tackles for losses so far. So, Another thing I do is make people, like when you got a dominant team like this, sometimes you got to make them eat their own medicine. So, trust me, we're going to be running this play too, Grape Apes. And I know y'all going to stay in the same defense. So I ain't tripping. But here we go. So in the playbook, to prepare for that, I'm going to be honest and modest against this team today. I got nothing in my playbook so far. Now, I got a star linebacker that I could blitz down the middle. Blitz down that. Let me show you. You see that left linebacker going in right, which is going to counter this play. It should counter this play pretty well. And I could probably just rock with that a lot. Like they rocking with they play a lot. Let me see. Gotta make it smaller. Oh, since this grid got all messed up, I guess I need to refresh. So they're going between the tackle and the guard. My blitz every time with my best run stopper needs to come down the tackle and the guard. The problem with that is I don't like blitzing. All right, I know what I got to do then. So I don't really want to run this play. I don't like it that much. It don't really produce. You think that you're going to run down and block them, dude. They just come bowl you over. And so you got to know what to do. So I'm going to do this more honestly. I think this might be a better play. C1 under Mike Fire to address that situation. The reason why is my star linebacker, which is the LO, he appears to have the responsibility of being locked on the tight end, but stupid people who write these plays, I think I went over this play before and it don't work. Watch me go over this dumbass play. So this is C1 under Mike Fire. What's going to happen is the strong safety is going to have the assignment of watching the tight end, and the left outside linebacker is going to have the assignment of keeping the halfback if he swing to the right. Or left, which is a whacker play. The strong safety is in better position to defend against halfback swinging out on either direction. So I don't understand people football logic. I might be complaining about something that ain't the truth. So let's go see C1 under Mike Fire and see if it's prepared to, it looked like it's directly prepared to address this play. First, we're going to see if somebody ran that first. Then we can just look at the data. C1 under Mike Fire. Normally, C1 under Mike Fire right here, they got 3 yards on it twice. How did this happen? Which team against? AG. So they got 3 yards on this play against a team that's stronger than them. So we about to watch the play be executed. We're knowing they're about to run. Oh, let me show you. I'm sorry. We know that they are about to run. Matter of fact, I can just zoom all the way in on that. They are about to run this halfback in between this tackle and this guard right here. And the play tells this linebacker to blitz on Jump Street, while this guy should be watching the tight end. He's going to be watching the the fullback, which means this guy is going to be watching the tight end. They have a third down stopper as their strong safety, so he's prepared to stop this pass, but it's not a pass. Let's watch it play by play. Frame by frame. The ball is hiked as you see the ball moving. Let's see who get off the ball first. So this left tackle got off the ball first. Now the O-line moving before the D-line. So they got some good snap reaction. So this blitz, this is why this play isn't really working. Because these two guys on the left, so I'm not going to do this, D. These two are not beating these two regularly as we learn. But I could put a guy over here who could beat his tight end. I definitely know I have a defender who gonna get a pancake on his tight end every play. That means he'll be free to address this fullback. Because what's happening is, look, yeah, they also even have one more free player that could possibly be picking up the blitz, but they double teaming this. And so in theory, this is really strong for them, because once this fullback picks up this linebacker, you at least getting 3 yards. Look. So, and he got picked up by the other lineman, if you can see that. So now the fullback really running free. When the fullback get past the line of scrimmage, it's over. Look, fullback way over here, about to hit him now. So that play, which appears like it, even though he fumbled, look, he fumbled on the play. It appears like that play is a good defense for this offense, but what you find out is if you run through multiple examples of it, they keep on doing the same thing. And this is something they understand. So I'm the type of guy who gonna find that play that's gonna have you like, damn, they did that on us. And so this is fun to me. You feel me? Let me see. So to go back to our repertoire of plays, then I just got you seeing my playbook, and not this one. We just figured out that this ain't gonna work for multiple reasons. And so I'll take y'all to the side of, I'm doing this on the fly because I have no way to just zoom in on one part of the screen. Let me see. So this is what I got to work with. Blitz everybody don't be working. Don't even think about that. You know what's going to work? I'm going to show y'all what's going to work. I'm going to put in a 4-4 because I don't need my safety back there, first of all. We got 8 in the box. 8 in the box, cool. I don't really want to run this because if he runs to the outside, but this will be a very strong play against that. Not because it addresses the gap that he's coming up, but because it'll take away. I guarantee you, if I looked up the data on this play against that play, FS Tigers will prevail on that play because we got somebody taking away the double teams. And that's what we really need in order so that these linebackers could do their jobs. One of them going to hit the fullback, the other one make the tackle. But with a star back, you need 2 linebackers normally to really make the tackle, because he would, at most times, shake the first one. This also seems like it'll work. Even though he coming up this B gap, I'm going to look up edge fire strong. Now you see how this ain't just like a game. This is like something different. So what I'm about to look up is do some play analysis. All right, so we're going to look up a defense called, let's see, it's called Edge Fire Strong, right? And we're going to analyze if Edge Fire Strong will suffice to stop. It's a 4-4, so it's a defense formation 4-4 against a 2 wide receiver set. And I need to put in Edge Fire Strong. Edge Fire Strong, C1. So now we got the play up, and then we can go find that play that they do all the times. It's called halfback slam, and see what the data gives us. So what we see here, this season, not a lot of people tried this defense against strong eye. So we're going to go back to last season. You see how this could go? So last season, strong eye halfback slam. Here it is. We got 3 examples of that play against the D that I think will beat it, and it looks like I'm on to something. So now you can watch this. You see? So I'm going to make it a little bigger so we can see the comparison. So let me show y'all the theory here. I went from I switched to a 4-4 defense to put 4 men up front and 4 linebackers behind that. Even though they got 2 5-yard gains on this play, and one of them say a 0-yard gain for a touchdown, so maybe this ain't it either. But in theory, I'm thinking I'm taking away some double teams. They got, well, shit, they still got the advantage. They got 6, 7 blockers right here, and we blitzing 6. So free safety need to come down, man. That's what's going to wind up having to happen. But let's see how this turned out when it got simulated. Look, touchdown. Actually, this is another team that I coached for, so I get to see that this definitely ain't the play. Because this dumbass linebacker got to running his ass all backwards. Look at this. Look how stupid this turns out. When we go by this frame by frame, I'm going to highlight the linebacker you should watch. He the left inside linebacker. What's his name? Zachary. Now watch what this fool do right here on this play when this play start running. Snap. Who gets off the ball first? The O-line got off the ball first. D-line getting off. Look at the linebacker. You know you on the line of scrimmage. This is when you know your player's not built good. Whoever built this dude, he know he on the one line of scrimmage. Look where he's going. That's why this ain't a good. Look what he done. He turned around, bro. You can't make that up. There's no build that'll make that happen. That's almost a glitch. That should never happen. But anyway, he started running backwards before forwards, which gives me a theory that whoever wrote this play put the LI in a. Oh, let me show you the screen. Sometimes I got to keep jumping it around. Whoever wrote this play put the LI into a zone if he don't got a man. So that's going to be disastrous. So I could tell you where to stop it right now, but it's just too risky. And if they want to be gangsters, then I'm going to have to be a gangster, because if you lose, right? This will stop that shit all day. Let's look at the history of this play against that play. Strong eye, halfback dive. Is that it? No, it's halfback slam. So we don't got much instances on it. That's because people don't know about this play right here. This play, let me see. Pro said halfback slam. I'm looking for halfback slam, and basically this play has not encountered that play because no one is running it in the last 2 seasons. Let's try the current season. So that's another good thing. I know this play will put hands on that play. Like, it'll be like a loss of yards, but this is too risky. So let me see if I can go back 3 seasons ago. Now, I mean, this is just giving an example. People don't got time like this, though. And that's why you lose. You feel me? I can't say nothing about it. We competing. You know, and so, hey, what can I say? Current season. So basically, there's no data on this defense against that offense, which I know that player do good. I know it's a fact. I'm going to put it in there. But if they just choose to run to the outside, it's going to be ugly. So I put it in there, and I told my team to watch the outside run. Even though we blitz in the middle, it's smart to do that if you got to understand that. Because you got the middle covered. But my left O, my LO, and my LI is going to have their eyes to see if they try to creep to that outside, they're going to bounce on that shit fast. So, again, this ain't my final playbook. This is my YouTube playbook. But I do think that play has won its respect with me. FS Tiger, let me show you how it performs in other situations. So FS Tiger, let's just look at it in the current season against 2 wide receivers that do other stuff. Tackle for loss, 100%. Hold on, but that only happened 1 time. So let's go to the previous season. So yeah, people ain't using this play enough. But it's giving up tackle for losses. A weak side handoff did pretty good, and a QB rollout did pretty good, but them was all outside runs. On the inside runs, this is a strong play. Anyway, you want to be more humble against a team like this and run stuff like this cover 1 Mike Tiger. So cover 1 Mike Tiger is going to shut that shit down. And y'all know I'm running that. It's all in my data. I know y'all scout just like I scout. I'm not changing the cover 1 Mike Tiger. Show me you can beat it. And so you can beat it. You beat it all the time, but cover 1 Mike Tiger. So let's look at this play against that play. We're looking for a halfback slam. Not a lot of people run this play either. That's why they leaking. Look at this. Yards per carry is nothing on this play. It's hard to move on this play. But people don't run this, so I need to go to previous current season. So I think it is a strong eye halfback slam. Here it is. All right, this ain't stopping that either. You know, and this is probably going to be an example from my team. Look, Bears, best Bills, what I tell you. So, honestly, this is let me see. This is a team, this is funny. After this season, this team and my team are joining together because we basically don't got enough stars on our teams to compete with the other people. So my team and this team, peace, Donnie, boy, you must be into football. You watching this. But this team, obscure reference, me and his coach talk, and we're doing a team merger at the end of the season. So his star O-linemen are going to be on my team. His star, we're gonna merge and we'll get our wins together. But here we see an example of the play halfback slam between the tackle and the guard that I'm going to be facing in this playoff game against a play I want to run against it. And we see my best run stopper, Reverend Run, up against them. But for some reason, they're going to gain 5 yards here. So I'm going to take it frame by frame to see what allowed that to happen. So this is a Tiger play, which indicates that my blitzer, left inside linebacker, is going to take off before the snap of the ball or at the snap of the ball. So he out. They're clogging that up. Something's going to allow him to get through there. See, look. He cut back in. So what's happening here? Thad is on the case. Reverend Run is on the case. Benny, I think it's my left outside linebacker who's slipping on this play. Let's see what happens. Yeah, where are you going? That's what I'm saying. Where is you going? And oh my God, did you see that? Wait a minute. I can't be making that up. I gotta start let it play in real time. Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there. He just turned around and oh, it's raining, so he slipped in the rain. So I can't. I mean, I can't account for that play. Let me see a different one. All of these gonna be my team, no, because I'm one. Yeah, Babs 13U, because I'm one of the only team that's running that play. Look, they getting through it though. Damn. Nope, they didn't get in there. All right, let me see. Who else run this play? Us again. My Pop Warner team. Yeah, it's not stopping it. That play ain't stopping that. I gotta put 5 up top. Basically. I don't know. I guess I gotta run that play more often on my offense too. But I'm gonna put 5 up top. So I'm gonna run a 5-2. And the 5-2 gonna be able to stop it. But if you run outside on the 5-2, I gotta keep a 5-2 cover too. So that if you run outside on my 5-2, I won't be burnt. And so you got to put 5 up front sometimes. But this is what it is. And so in order to not miss my camping trip that I got coming up, I'm about to get ready to go load my kayaks up. But let's see here. This looks nice. Under 2-man gaps. That definitely looks nice. This will handle something. Under 2-man gap. Let's see how that's been working. Because I got I'm about to go catch some fat ass bass and chill on the water with my wife. I might catch some fish to eat. I never catch fish to eat. I might do some trout. They got a lot of trout there. I'll be seeing people catch that trout. But what we're going to test out is this last defense. And then I'm going to get ready. Thanks for tuning in. And that's some other stuff I was doing. But what we want to see is a 5-2. And we want to see which 5-2? Under 2-man gaps. Now you see how people getting blew out by 70 and stuff. Because you'll get exploited on this game. There's too much data available. Under 2-man gaps. No one's run this play all season. What about last season? Dang, man, I hate when it ain't no data because I'm going into the playoffs. So if I ain't got no data, I got to go off my brain. I know this is a good play. Let's think about this. You got to go. So what I would have to do is go compare this play to every single play that they've ran in this formation this season and to see what I think the results will be. I already got a little base on that, right? And so what they'll do, since they're watching the video, since they got access to the video, they could just run off my left side if I ran this defense. But I don't think nobody thinking like that. So this is another good candidate to stop that play. Even though it's going up another gap. But this is a video that's taking an hour, and I didn't intend for this to even go this long. I'm about to get ready to do my day. And so that's a lot about game planning on GLB. I'm going to have a whole video section just for this game on my page, just because I support the owners of it, and I'm a player. And so it's just something I do to contribute. And with that being said, have a good evening. I'm about to got some real strategizing to do. Hold on, look. So I'm trying to build I'm trying to build some last minute players, right? They pick up players. So what you could do is you could build them faster. And I'm starting on these builds, and these builds is rendering horrible results. Look, so I'm about to have to start over. 0 cakes, and he got reverse pancaked 5 times. 1 pancake, and he got reverse pancaked 6 times. This is an old lineman I'm trying to build, and I got to start him over. Because I thought a 50 in intimidation, toughness, heart, and all this stuff would help. Yeah, I might go live fishing. I don't know if I can at the location I'm at. I'm at a public lake, and me and my wife ain't had no quiet time, so I might choose that to spend that time differently. But tonight we gonna talk some stuff, get into the ruckus in the community. So before I go, I want to show y'all an opportunity that I'm working on, and I'm really happy because we just got our filing in Wyoming for our decentralized autonomous organization yesterday. And so it's an opportunity to get some of this bread. And you could just, if you don't want nothing else, you could just watch the pot and watch this number go up. You see how it went up from yesterday? Yesterday, we put $10K worth of assets into a decentralized autonomous organization for people to be able to access to fund their artistic projects. And so the value of this will increase. But if you want to follow this project or see what's going on, I got the snapshot. Let me click snapshot here. I got the snapshot in the description, right? And in the description, you can see the whole voting protocol. This is everything I'm working on. And so, again, what you would do is write a proposal. You would write a proposal to be able to fund whatever artistic project you're working on. Once that proposal gets 650 votes from anybody, not just our community, you can get them anywhere on the internet. You be considered. We just have to go over your proposal and make sure there's no fraud or manipulation. If you're willing to submit KYC, you get your project granted. So that's what I'm working on, and I just had to make sure everybody know about that. Look into that. Thank y'all.